Yeah, now it is being recorded.
I'm just trying to redo the same things. I'm taking fields from VBAK and I'm using cardinality as a storage capacity of the node. Minimum count, maximum count. And choose add attributes from structure. Select the required fields. So after generating the fields in a node, you have to go to layout. In layout, whenever you want to create a table, this wizard you have to use by selecting table, and you can maintain context binding. You can maintain context binding by selecting context option, and you can choose VBAK node here, and you can continue. So here, this is the area where context binding is taking place. So you can see all the columns are generated, and if required, you can increase the size of this table using visible row count. I'm making it 10. It's a static value. And as I said, this is one important property. In the coming classes, you need to focus on this one. Whenever we create a table, data source is a property. It will maintain binding with the node. Here you can check that. It is automatically maintained in this example. You can see where and which binding is taking place. You can recognize it is maintaining binding with VBAK. You can recognize that here. So this is how a simple table is created. And as I said, activation procedure is this one. You can test the application with this procedure. Let me do that. I'm creating one application. This is for generating URL address. Here right side you'll get application. When you save it, left hand side, that application will be updated. You can see that. And you can right click this application, then you can test it. It will open just an empty table in your browser. So this is what we have understood. Hi students, so now do you have any doubt? Hello?
Sir?
Hello,
Ranjit
yeah.
Here.
Tell me.
So like if I want to use a custom table, then how to, instead of using our standard structure,
Okay.
if I want to use a custom structure, how to use that, sir?
Then you can create your custom structure in SE11 with the required fields.
Okay, then I have to attach it here.
Exactly. That structure, whichever you have created in SE11, you can attach here.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear?
So what makes the exact difference between a node and a table?
Node is an internal operation here. I mean to say, if you want to do programming, then we are going to do at node level. But table is an option that is visible to user.
It will be always like that of a database table, it will always contain the data, right?
Yeah, we are in this example we have not fetched the data, but in the coming examples we are going to fetch.
Okay.
Node is like to fetch the data and records, but table is useful for end user. End user will access only table, not node.
Okay.
Node is used for development purpose. Table is for end user purpose.
Okay. So your end user will see the data in the table.
Yes, exactly. But internally, the record will be available in node.
Okay. We will populate the data to the table through the node.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other doubts from your side?
That's it, sir. Thank you.
Kalyan, you have any doubt?
No, sir, I'm listening.
Okay, you are able to follow my explanation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, can I proceed further now?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now what we'll try to do is, we'll try to understand one simple concept like navigation between two views. I want to implement navigation between two views. So, just remember one basic point. As I said, our application can have multiple views. So when you are using multiple views, you can jump from one view to another view. That is possible. That means like one screen to another screen, you can jump easily. But to do that in Webdynpro, we have to create one outbound plug. And you have to create one inbound plug. And then you have to connect outbound plugs with inbound plug by using navigation link. So the purpose of navigation link is to connect outbound plug with inbound plug. That is the purpose of navigation link. It's a connector. So these three concepts comes into picture when we jump from one view to another view. So our requirement is, I want to take view 1 and I want to take view 2. So in view 1, when I click on next button, so button triggers one action. So in this action, you need to substitute your outbound plug. You have to substitute your outbound plug. So when you substitute outbound plug, in second view, it will automatically trigger inbound plug. It will automatically trigger inbound plug only if you create navigation link between these things. So navigation link will be the link between view 1 and view 2. So this is how it works. So this is the concept you need to apply when you want to jump from one view to another view. In view 1, we are going to create button with action. So action will trigger outbound plug. So when outbound plug is triggered, automatically inbound plug will be triggered in target view. Target is view 2, so it will be triggered here. How it will be triggered automatically? Because you are connecting outbound plug with inbound plug through navigation link. So this link will help you to trigger the outbound plug and its corresponding inbound plug. So this is a concept we have to apply. So let me do this now practically. So first of all, I'm creating view 2. You can right click here. You can create a view here. So view means I want to create second view. Already view 1 is available. I want to create second view. So this is view 2. So I'm trying to save it. So there's a view 2 now. But the point here is, as I said, in view 1, you have to create what? In view 1, you have to create outbound plug. In view 2, you have to create inbound plug. And you have to connect outbound, inbound through navigation link. So that's the reason why I'm going to view 1. In view 1, you can see outbound plug section. You can go to this section. Here you provide some name, something like out 1 to 2, like view 1 to view 2. You can provide some name. You can give any name. Now, in second view, you open that and go to inbound plug section. View 2 contains inbound plug section here. And you can create some inbound plug like into view 2, but you are coming from view 1. But you can give any name. Now, here this is what we have done. In view 1, outbound plug is created. In view 2, inbound plug is created. Now, this is a time to connect both the things through navigation link. So to do that, there is a window option here. Navigation links are created always at window level. So let me go to window, and you can see in the latest server there is one option, window editor. You can see that. Okay, it is not opening. So what I'll do is I'll go with the normal technique. You can see there is a window, but window contains something like a default view as view 1. So I can say in this window, view 2 is missing, so you can drag drop. You can drag drop view to window, same window. So you'll get this option here. This is an inbound and this is an outbound. You can see that. So you have to connect out to in, so you can drag drop again. You can drag out to in. So here you can see outbound plug will be connected to inbound plug here. Outbound plug will be connected to inbound plug through navigation concept. Here you can see this. So let me continue. So you will get one arrow mark symbol. That is nothing but navigation link. You can see the tooltip, navigation link. Okay, now after maintaining like this, in view 1, there should be some button. There should be some button to go to second view. That's the reason why I'm trying to right click here. And you can insert one element. So here you can right click on your root, you can insert element and you can choose your button option here. So button is added, but when you click on button, there should be some label. So I'm providing something like next. So button always provide some text as something like next. So this is what we have done. Now what you need to do is, for button there should be some on action, that is compulsory. Otherwise you can't run the functionality. When user clicks on button, something should happen, so that code should be implemented in on action. So let me go to that. Right side you can see create action symbol. You can select that. You'll get this screen and you can provide some name as next action. Any name you can provide. And the point here is when next button is triggered, button triggers action, but action has to trigger outbound plug. That is important. So to trigger, but action has to trigger outbound plug, so that's the reason why we are substituting outbound plug here under next action. So you can pick up from this option. Out view 1 to view 2, you can substitute your outbound plug. You can substitute here and you can continue. So this is important. Button triggers action, action triggers outbound plug. This is the important point when you are implementing your functionality. So this is your functionality. But second view is empty. So in second view, I'll try to add some content like page header. I'll try to add some content here, insert element, and I'm selecting some page header. Page header means it's very simple. You have to provide title. Say for example, I want to make this as view 2, or I can say welcome to view 2, whatever. You can see I'm providing title as welcome to view 2. Just for our understanding, I'm writing this one. So this is a functionality we have implemented. So let me test it now. You activate everything. Activate everything and you can test it. Now you can right click your application and you can test it. So this is our first screen. And when I click on next button here, automatically it goes to second view here. You can see that it is jumping from first view to second view. You can see when I click on next button on first view, it will go to second view. But say for example, I want to implement backward functionality from view 2 to view 1. I want to implement backward functionality, so you can implement almost same procedure, but in reverse order you can provide. That means you have to take like this. Here you have to create outbound plug. Something like out 2 to 1, second view to first view. There should be some navigation link connecting from out to in. Then here you need to create inbound plug. Something like into 1 coming from 2. You can provide something like that. Now in second view, assume that this is view 1 and this is view 2. So in second view there should be some button, otherwise user can't trigger anything. So there should be some button. I'm creating, say for example, back button. So back button generally contains what? Some action. Every button has some action. So in that action you can substitute this particular outbound plug. That's it. This is what you need to implement. So this is a functionality you have to implement. So back button triggers action. Action triggers outbound. Outbound triggers inbound. Because both outbound, inbound, we are going to connect through navigation link. So let me implement this. Here you can see I'm going to second view. Let us create one outbound plug. Something like out from view 2 to view 1. You can save it. In view 1, let us create inbound plug in view 1 into view 1 coming from view 2. Now you have to create navigation link at window level. So go to window. You can see these things are available, but I want to connect this outbound with this inbound. So you can directly drag drop from out to in. You can drag drop here. So when you drag drop, again outbound is connected to inbound. Here navigation link is created. Outbound is connected to inbound and navigation link will be created. When you click continue, you will get this arrow mark symbol. Navigation link. This is for backward functionality. So in view 2, there should be some button. In view 2, there should be some button. So let me add that button. Right click here. You can insert element and you can choose some button. Here you can see this. Now, as I said earlier, button means always you have to provide what? Text and on action. That is compulsory. Button always uses text and on action. So I'm trying to use text as, say for example, back. And go to on action, you create some action. Something like, you can provide some action name as back action. And here, you have to substitute your outbound plug again to jump from second view to first view. So this is out from view 2 to view 1. That plug you need to substitute. Out from second view to first view. So you can continue here. So button is enabled. So let us run this output. You can right click your application and test it. So this is your view 1. When I click on next, it is going to second view. And when I click on back, it will come back to first view. So this is a functionality we have implemented. But in the next class, we are going to implement some coding also. When I implement coding, we can implement some conditions. That I'll explain at next level. But this is straightforward. Okay, let me interrupt. Hi students, are you able to follow?
Yes, sir. I have a doubt.
Okay.
Kalyan here.
Okay.
Sir, in view 2, you have given header text, right?
Yes.
Header text.
In view
The
2,
font size.
okay.
Yeah.
This is your
The
text.
font size and font style is fixed there.
Yeah, this is fixed
Is it
here
fixed?
because, yeah, it is fixed because we don't have special properties to do that. You can see
Okay.
either you can use small or standard. You can see nothing more than that. Only two options are available.
Okay.
Design can be
Thank you.
small or standard.
Okay.
That is just a total page header. For this entire page, this is a
Okay.
page header.
Okay. So, I mean, sometimes while designing screens, we need heading of the screens to be big, to be in middle, or to be large. So that's the reason I asked.
That we are going to adjust. We can adjust page header to center position. But
Okay.
we can't change that font size. Font size is fixed here. Either it will be small or standard.
Okay, sir.
Because it is a framework. Framework is not allowing us to do, because whatever the options given by SAP, we can't we can't exceed that limit because these are the options we have.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other doubt you have? Others? Is everything okay? Shankil, is everything okay? Not even single doubt? Sunil, you have any doubt?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your
So
doubt?
in this example, I have no doubt, sir. But if I can relate with the sales order you can created 2 days ago. So in this, you use the group when we create the form.
Okay, so that I'll explain because some people are new in this class. So what I'm trying to do is I'm starting directly with table. So
Okay.
in the next class, mostly I'll be using form again and again.
Okay.
Is Srinivas online?
Yeah.
Srinivas, you have any doubts? Because this is your first session, right? Is it your first session, Srinivas?
No, it's
Because
okay.
this is your first session, right? Is it your first session, Srinivas?
Yeah, it's my second session. Yesterday I am.
Okay, you have
working
attended
on
yesterday. Okay, no problem. Okay, you have attended yesterday. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
It's okay. I understand.
Ashish, no doubt. Ashish, no doubt.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashish.
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, what's our next session? Next session, what we'll do is, so tomorrow I think Saturday, right? So I may not be taking tomorrow's session. So when you want me to plan the next session? Saturday, Sunday, this Saturday, Sunday I'll not be taking.
So next Monday, right?
Next class will be on Monday, or is everyone okay with you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, sir. Monday.
That's okay.
Okay, fine. So in these 2 days, what you do is at least revise these concepts.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Sir, what about?
Webdynpro looks easy when you practice. Otherwise, it will be very tough because every class is interrelated.
Yeah, but once again, please take care of recording, sir, because while we practice, we need to refer these navigations.
Yes, I've recorded, right? Again, I've recorded, right? That table creation, I've
Okay.
recorded.
Hello.
Hello?
Sir, Ashish.
Yeah.
Sir, I would like to know about IDOS server.
Which server?
So will it be possible to provide IDOS server?
IDS. You want me to provide this server through online?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure because this administrator, I need to ask the administrator. So if he is okay, then I'll give the accessibility to this one. You don't have your server in your mission?
No, sir.
No, in your company also you don't have?
Sir, we'll make that arrangement, but that Webdynpro configuration needs to be done in the server. That I don't know.
Okay, Webdynpro configuration is not there. So I'll try to send the steps. So you just ask your administrator to do the same thing.
Okay, sir, that will be.
Okay?
Me too also, sir. The same web needs the configuration in our other.
Okay, in your company
I have gone
server
through
or
this
your server?
SMICMC code.
In your company server or your own machine?
Company server.
Company server, I can't do any settings, but I'll guide you. If it is your local
Sure, sir.
machine, then I can take control and I can set up.
I have VPN. Can you help me in this?
Yeah, sure.
So when you can take, sir, through TeamViewer?
Through TeamViewer, mostly tomorrow.
Okay. So tomorrow I'll call you, sir. I'll connect to my server.
Okay.
Then we can do some, even I've gone to this SMICM settings.
Okay.
I think something we need to do there. In
No,
our
no.
quality server, I am getting the link.
Okay.
But in development, I am unable to get this.
The point here is, so in your machine, is that layout opened successfully or not?
No, that layout is not opening because
okay, layout is
if
not,
I open this.
If layout is not opened means your configuration problem, so that I'll guide you, don't worry.
Sure, sir. Okay.
But from your side, what you do is you ask your administrator to provide the IP address.
It is there already. It is there.
And full computer name. That should be configured in your host file.
Yeah, that is there.
Full computer name
also
of
there.
server.
Yes.
Full computer name of server should be there and IP address of the server should be there. And these two things we have to provide in our mission host file.
Okay. It is there.
Okay, let me show exactly what exactly is happening so others can also understand. So you can see I'm opening my computer. Is my screen shareable?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm trying to open this. Observe. See Windows, and you can see system 32. And you can see there is drivers.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Somewhere here,
ETC.
and then you can see etc host file. You open with notepad, then you should have this type of setting in your file. IP address of your company. Yeah, if it is not there, then you will not get layout and you will not get the output.
Sir, what if you have this SAP installed on my laptop? How can
Even if it is installed in your laptop also, this setup is compulsory.
Like how can I do this setup, sir?
Come again?
Like how can I do these settings on my laptop, like IP address? And
You identify your IP address of your server and you identify the host name, domain name and extension. So let me highlight here. This is nothing but IP address. And here you can say up to this one. This is the server name.
Where can I get these details in my SAP system, sir?
Server name, okay, I need to check. I need to check your logon pad. You have logon pad settings, you just send the screenshot to me.
Sir, that I can't connect to internet when I log into SAP.
Then how?
You can get this host name in SCICM T code, transaction code.
What is it? Can you please spell it?
SCICM.
Yes, this one.
SCICM.
And SICF. One more T code is there.
I said SICM you can directly find.
Okay.
Like what exactly? We can find the interlink or what exactly? Can you please explain the navigation in detail?
You will get like this, like something like server name, some domain name, something like vijay.com, something like that.
Okay.
You'll get like this. There will be something. If you find two dots, then your server is configured. Otherwise, I can say it is unconfigured. Okay, let me check here whether it is okay with me or not. Let me check. So
no, the IDs comes default with Webdynpro.
How to save that in that host?
Okay?
Hello. Yes, sir. You have made some changes in the notepad.
Yes.
Okay. Then how to save that in?
Just close it and it will ask you to save, right?
Yeah, it will save in some other location, but not in exactly this location.
No, it should be saved in this location only.
The file extension is getting changed. I try to save it. It is in notepad format.
Are you working on your company laptop?
Yes.
That might be the problem. That means you might not be having some permissions to change the files.
No, even I changed it in my personal also. The same thing happened.
Oh, okay. So you can directly open here. It's very simple. After opening,
Okay.
you'll get this, you make some changes here,
Change.
and
Yes.
you can save it, right?
File save.
You can save and you can close
Okay.
it.
Okay. Fine.
So
Now open it.
if you open it, here you can see.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine. It is fine, sir. Okay.
Right, okay. Okay, so I was talking about something, right? So let me check that. SICM does not exist here. SICM,
SCICM, sir. That is.
SC,
SCICM.
okay,
Yes.
it does not exist. Okay, let me try here, SICF.
Sir, sorry. SMICM, sorry. Sir, sorry, SMICM.
Okay, it is opening. It is opening, but
Now go to services.
okay, here you can see. This is how
Here you
it should
can
be.
see your host name.
Your host name means complete host name with domain name dot extension. Everything should be found.
But sir, in my office laptop, I can see only the number like VRDCEF something, but two dots are not there in there.
If two, yeah, that's a problem. If two dots are not configured, then you will get a problem.
Only one single digit is there.
Only one
Eight
single
digits is
name.
there.
One single name means there is a problem. So what you do is you try to ask your administrator. You try to ask your administrator, and you ask him to make server name. You ask him to make server name with these things like host name dot domain name dot extension.
Okay.
So this pattern should be followed. That means, let me tell you here on my system. Here you can right click. In your server machine you have to do this. That means administrator has to do this. Right click and you can go to properties. In properties you can see computer name. You'll get full computer name here. So if you click on change, you'll get computer name. If you click on change, you'll get computer name, and if you click on more, you'll get like this. You have to provide like vijay.com here. So what is happening? What is happening when I provide like this, vijay.com? So when you provide like this, here you can see full computer name is becoming two dots. Here you can see that. This is how you need to configure at server side.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? Others also just try to recognize this.
Yes, sir.
Your domain name.
Yeah, this is clear, sir.
Okay.
So this is clear. After getting the host name, can you please specify the entire body of that link? I mean browser link.
Which one? This one.
No, after we have got this host name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you mean to say my
How to
host?
form the entire link?
You want me to open the host file?
Not exactly host file. Like if we after getting, after developing some application, if I want to run it, what is the link that I have to enter in the browser? Just the entire structure forming.
You need not enter anything. After configuring that, you will get this automatically at application level. You will get here everything automatically.
Okay.
You need not type this explicitly.
Okay. What we have to check is
the settings, whatever I told just now.
Okay.
And one more thing also there. Go to SICF. You will be knowing whether Webdynpro is activated or not. Then you will be coming to know.
Mostly it will be in active state only. This is a first level setting.
No.
So here you can.
No, sir. In my company server, it is deactivated. I have activated that.
Okay, then you have to go to SICF, and here there is a path. Default host, SAP.
Yes.
BC.
BC.
In BC there is a Webdynpro. Here you can see that. Webdynpro, this should be active. It should be right click and it should be in active state.
Yes.
Not only that, there is WDVD. This also must be activated. You can see HTTP service view designer. So this view designer also must be in active state.
Then that is deactivated in my
If
company
it
server.
is deactivated, you will not get layout at all.
Okay. I'll activate, sir. WD, VD. Okay.
After activating this, and make sure that the previous settings are also configured, otherwise it will not work.
Sure. Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Sir, tomorrow I will check once. I will check this on my personal laptop. Recently it's been installed.
Okay.
If not, can I call you, sir, just for few
Okay,
minutes?
no problem. You can call me.
Okay, sir. Most of the post
What's
only,
your
not
name?
late.
Sandeep?
Sandeep, sir. This is Sandeep speaking.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
What about our other students? Are you able to follow these settings? Settings you need not take care, but it's better to have some idea.
Yep, for the first time.
Yeah, first time. Okay, shall I stop the session for today?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next class I'll take it on Monday at 9 o'clock.
Sir, please send it today's session today itself so that we can revise our study tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to upload because already 10 I am at office, so mostly what I'll do is I'll go to home and I'll do that.
Yeah,
sir,
that's what I
not
can
Okay,
do.
sir.
tomorrow also.
Okay,
It
fine.
will be better. Fine.
Anyhow,
sir.
tomorrow is anyhow
night, sir.
holiday,
Thank
right? So tomorrow morning I'll upload.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Fine,
Okay, sir. No
Afternoon
problem.
we can